Well, I've been a fan my whole life. My mom was a huge Elvis fan. Elvis movies were always on about 11 o'clock at night, so we'd sit up and watch them. Back in the 90s, I ended up getting the lead role in a play in Round Rock called All Shook Up at a Heartbreak Hotel, which was a musical murder mystery. We ended up doing 15 sold out shows, and people thought I was an impersonator. So people started booking me. You know, I did a couple of big corporate things, but my kids were a little, so I kind of hung it up. 5 years ago, Zelinda and I were at a place locally here in Austin where there was an Elvis impersonator, and it was embarrassingly awful, to the point where we both looked at each other, and we're both big Elvis fans. And she said, Mike, there's people in here that remember Elvis, that are in their 60s and 70s, that remember Elvis. And so we talked about it, and she said, you know what, you could do so much better than that. And Elvis's legacy deserves better than that. And you know, you've been pretending to be an Elvis impersonator your whole life. Why don't we check it out and see if we can do it? We were doing a casino party. A guy, an elderly gentleman, probably in his 70s, came up to me mid-show and he said, could you please sing a love song for my wife? He said, she's just not doing real well. And she's a huge Elvis fan. And I'm singing to her, and I look, and her eyes just got tears pouring out of it. Well, her husband was sitting, like, if she's right here, her husband's sitting back. And I look at him, and he's just got his hands in his face in his hands, and he's crying. So I finished, and I hugged her and gave her a kiss on the cheek, and I got up and I walked back, and I didn't make it 30 feet back, and he walks up and he puts his hand on my shoulder and turns around, and he just bear hugs me. He's crying, and he goes, God, thank you so much. Thank you so, you have no idea what you just did. We drove 200 miles to see you. He said, she literally has days to live. And he said her dying wish was to go see Elvis. You know, if she were to die in her sleep tonight, thanks to you, she would die happy. We had to walk outside. I mean, my eyes were tearing up. Of course, she lost it. And we had to step outside for like 10 minutes and just kind of regain our composure, because it's like, you go into this goofy little Elvis impersonation business for hobby, and you don't realize sometimes how serious an impact you can have.